So in this video we will see how to define loops in Python. See, why do we need loops? To repeat any block of code in Python we have to use loops. Okay, so let's see how we can write loops in Python. So first of all, I have a single simple print statement. So let me write that print. Okay, and I want to print this statement 10 times. So how can we do it? So the one way is we have to repeat this print statement 10 times, or we can write a loop. Okay, so how do we write a loop? So the syntax is for, okay, I in range. Okay, let's give 10 here. So since I want 10 times, and here we need to start from one block away. That means from the beginning of the line, so four spaces has to be there if you want to keep anything in the loop. So something like this, you just press tab, it will align the code here. Okay, so let's save this program and then see. So I will save this. Let me save this file as loops, and now run this program. See here, we got the, the program has got executed, and this hello world got 10 times. Okay, so if you want to see how it is exactly working, okay, see the range function you see here, right? So the range function will actually generate numbers starting from 0 to 10. Okay, not 10 but 0 to 9 it will generate. So since we give this range function to this for loop, what it will do is it will repeat whatever the block of code under this loop that many number of times. So in case if you give here like 5, okay, so this loop will get executed 5 times. See here. Okay, and one more thing is in this loops, while executing this block of code, this I will get the value from the range. Okay, so let me print the value of I and then show you what I mean exactly by that. See here, so you see, right, 0 1 2 3 4. So which means the range function will generate, okay, numbers starting from 0 to 5 but not 5. Okay, so let's say something like, in case you don't want to start from 0 but you want to start from 1, in that case we have to give 1 here, and till, let's say something like you want till 20. Okay, we can do that as well. Let's run this one and then see the output. See, we got till 19. So because we mentioned 1 to 20, okay, so in this case what will happen, it will not consider 20 but less than 20. So in case if you want till 20, we have to give 21 here. Okay, so that is about this loop, for loop. And in case there is one more loop called while loop. Okay, so in this case, first we will have to have the condition here. That means, let's say something like, if something is true then only you execute this one. Okay, so let me define one thing here. Let me define counter is equal to 0. Okay, if while counter is less than 10. Okay, let's say something like, if counter is less than 10, then I want to print I am great. Okay, and let me do something like this here. One, I will explain each line of code, what exactly I am doing here. Let's first of all execute this program. You see here, we got I am great 10 number of times over here. Okay, so let me stop this for loop for the time being. Okay, because we are done with the loop, right, for loop. So once again let's run this one. See, we got I am great 10 times here. So how it is working? See, while loops basically works based on the condition that we provided here. That means while this condition is true, we are going to execute this part of code here. Okay, makes sense. So while this condition is true, we are going to execute this code, And if you carefully notice here, the condition is counter is less than 10. That means, see, we initially started with counter is equal to 0, and if you don't have this statement, right? Okay, so what will happen, the counter will be always 0 only. So in that case, this condition will always be true, and then it will run in infinite loop. That means the program will never stop. Okay, so the thing is, I mean, in the while loop we have to have the incremental value manually in the block of code, okay, within the loop itself. So this is how you, I mean, we define a while loop in Python. Make sense? I hope this is useful, guys. I mean, if you have any questions, please let me know. Hello, guys. Welcome back. In the previous class, we have seen how to define loops in Python. So, in this class, we will write a simple program using one of these loops. Okay. So, let's take one example. So, I have this instead of hello world, I want to print asterisk. Okay. And let's run this program. See, we got stars in each line. Okay, so now what I want to do is, I want to have one star in the first line, and two stars in the second line, three stars in the third line, and so on and so forth. Okay, how can we do that? If you remember, in the previous class we have discussed that the I, okay, the I will have the numbers, actually the number of iterations that we have done in the loop. That value will be holding in the I. So let's see that. Okay, if I print the run this one, understand, so I has 1 2 3 4 5 6. So actually we don't want this number here, but we want this asterisk to be repeated this number of times. Make sense? So how can we do that? It's pretty simple in Python, right? So instead of a comma here, if I just put another star, I mean asterisk, so what it will do, it will multiply this particular string by this I number of times. So initially I value will be 1, then 2 3 4 and so on and so forth. Let's run and then see the output, how it comes. See here, simple, right? So with like only two lines of code, we can get this triangle pattern using Python. Okay, so let's say something, you don't want the star here, you want some other symbol, we can use that as well. Okay, see, this is how we can write a simple pattern printing program in Python using a for loop. Okay, guys, I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, please mention in the comment section.